I'm back. Welcome to more tea and chat. I told you I would come up with a new title for my next live stream. Hmm. This won't be a long live stream, though, as I will be heading out to a barbecue slash party slash birthday celebration. Kenny, family friend. That's weird how I just mentioned going to celebrate a birthday for a person called Kenny, and in comes Kenneth. Hello, Kenneth. Hey, Laura, how are you? Enjoyed our wee horror discussion last night on a nut house. That was fun. Yes, welcome to my 27th live stream, losing count, 1040th. I guess a milestone video, 1040th video overall. I'll pass on the message. I'll pass on the message, Kenneth. How are you doing? Are you going to go live yourself, Laura, when you do go to the barn? I was live actually earlier on, but my neighborhood, well, people got to live, and sometimes have to end streams abruptly. Living in a flat, people start playing music, so you know. Oh, so how are you today? Anyways, Laura, how are you, Kenneth? I'm not too bad myself. Hey, Lynn, what took you so long? Kenneth and Laura beat you to it. This is just going to be a short and sweet stream. I'll stay on here about half an hour. Hey, Kate. I think you're in the wrong stream calling me handsome, but I appreciate it. I'll write down that compliment. Hey, Technical, how are you? Well, I'm going to need a bigger hat, Kate. I haven't got a hat on at the moment, but I'm going to need a bigger hat for some of these compliments. A wedding today, Laura. That's pretty exciting. Well, I haven't known you too long, Kate, but I get good vibes from you, and you seem like a nice person to me, so. How are you doing? I saw Jeanette was live earlier on. I was in and out. I don't think anybody else has been live today. You're welcome, Kate. This is just going to be a short and sweet live stream on my way off out to a barbecue slash party slash birthday celebration. So, yeah, I might be offline most of the day and night. And I've got a feeling, just maybe, for a change, I might head on out, go to my favorite place. Or maybe I'll come back home after the party slash barbecue slash birthday celebration, enter a live stream, create another live stream. But it's going to be a short and sweet one, folks. Again, no plan. The chat creates these. The chat keeps this going. Well, I'm glad that you're here, Lynn. What is everybody up to today? And yes, Kate, I saw Jeanette she was live earlier on, and it's just been me and her that I've seen as well that went live. It's going to start singing there. It's that catchy advert on at the moment in the British television It's got the song "What Is Love." I was going to start singing that "What Is Love," and I thought, Paul, please don't, please don't. So catchy, little advert. The woman in the advert, the blonde woman in the advert, is quite nice looking too. Itching to sing, trying to pull it, keep it in. Yes, yes. Kate's. Have you seen the advert too? Oh, you've got a pool. Is that a paddling pool, Kate? You've got? Is it nice? I'm assuming it's a nice day where you are. It's quite sunny here. Little weather forecast live stream here. As usually in Scotland, it's winter all year. So catchy. Oh, nice one. So, I guess, are you outside now enjoying the sun, Kate? Oh, so yeah. Sorry, Laura. Did you say you've got a wedding today? And Kate, are you with company? Have you got family round or friends round? It's your brother's best friend's wedding. Is there going to be a lot of folk at this wedding, Laura? Ha! Sounds like it's a fun time then, Kate. You don't know, Laura. I used to not think much of weddings until I was best man myself, and I sort of appreciated them more. But I used to think, what a carry on, and so much divorces these days. Is it worth it? She loves them flutter pies. Well, I hope you two are having fun. I wouldn't mind diving into some sort of pool myself. I think it's going to be a hot day. I need to start swimming again. Miss it. TPG, if you don't know him, Trailer Park Guy, he does live streams from his pool. And he was in his pool yesterday, and I always get jealous watching him. I just want to dive in with him. All in. Gonna need a bigger hat, folks. Gonna need a bigger hat. When someone, actually, no, I should say. Hey, take care, Laura. Enjoy the wedding. Thanks for popping in. This is just a short live stream. Yeah. Laura, Kim, and I. Kim? Who the hell's Kim? Laura, Lynn, and I are sort of from a similar community, but I think we all know one YouTuber in common, and that is Juice My Randomness. All seem to know him. And Kay and I, we know Jeanette and Pixie and Keith Eagle VP. Midnight Raven's another one I've started going into. It seems that way, Lynn. We all seem to have met through just my randomness before started doing these live streams, started being a part of these communities. For the first 8 years I was on here, all I did was sign in, post something stupid, sign out. I didn't really bother with it. I didn't even think the YouTube community existed. But Juice went live, and joined in his live stream, and more people started subbing to me, and blah 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 blah. And here I am now addicted to live streams. Another lazy live stream from PMDB. Tea's finished. Yeah, I was on one of Pixie's last live streams the other night. I'm not sure if you yourself were there. Um, but I've done quite a few live streams in the past couple of days. Hopefully, this live stream won't end abruptly. I'll continue on as long as the laptop doesn't crash, as long as there's no music being played in my neighborhood. Well, for people living, but it can be tough finding a time to come online, living in a flat, with a dodgy laptop, and also tough figuring out what time is best to come on because I've got a lot of new American subs. Are they up yet? You know, it's tough figuring out the right time to do these live streams because when there's a group of people in, it's great, it's fantastic. But sometimes if there's just two or three of us, I feel like we begin to run out of things to say to each other. It can get a bit awkward, if you will. But I should come in with a plan. I remember it was really awkward one time. There was like nobody here, and I started listing off my favorite wrestlers of all time. I was going to start listing off my favorite films of all time, because I didn't want to end the stream just in case anybody else came in. Oh, this is awkward. But live streams are the type of videos I enjoy watching the most. I enjoy the interaction, meeting new people, and that's the type of videos I enjoy producing the most. Roman Reigns sucks. Next, I I used I still have a passion for wrestling, but WWE the last few years drained my passion for wrestling so much that like I feel sick when I think of wrestling now. That they've drove me away, away and away and away some more. But we've got, it looks like, judging by the comments, we have Roman Reigns and the Shield. I didn't mind the Shield. I know that Dean Ambrose is injured at the moment. Seth Rollins, he's a good worker. 4 likes, 3 people win. Fantastic. Feeling surrounded. Um, these, depending on who's in, of course, it can sometimes turn into a wrestling live stream, despite me being sick and tired talking about wrestling. But I have fun talking about it with others. Hello, Solus. This is going to be a short and sweet live stream, my friend. How are you doing? I'm off out, so I don't think I'll be. We'll never say never, but I don't think I'll be online much the rest of the day and night. It's like a pre-party live stream, if you will. I've got that "Baby Don't Hurt Me" theme in my head with the blonde woman in the advert doing that robot dance in her films, filming her in the back. Then she gets, caught off guard by it and uncomfortable by it. I'd have just continued to do my dance. I don't care if people film me. I've done all sorts of videos on YouTube. Must be still quite early with you, Solus. Were you up late last night? I love Big Cass and Enzo together. Heart broke when the intro came to an end. Hi, bada boom, indeed. Enzo, I will say, he had his personality, his character, his charisma was oozing. he stood out. He definitely one of those new wrestlers that. Well, he's retired now, is he not? But he was definitely one of those wrestlers that stood out from the pack. Solus was cleaning his house till 4 a.m. Well, at least you're productive when you're up. This is another lazy live stream from PMDB, but I don't feel so bad because I created 1004 non-live videos over an 8-year period before I ever went live. Lana. I recently found out Lana doesn't have long hair at all. Apparently, it's a wig, and she's actually got like shoulder length hair. Hey, Jordan. I haven't saw you in here before. Welcome. Yeah, she's definitely not Russian. Even though I don't keep up with wrestling these days, sometimes I'm doing not too bad. Jordan, yourself. Um, when I log out here, I seem to get recommendations of woke culture and or others like that, and I'll click on the video and find out stuff about Lana or Sasha Banks, and I learn something new. Well, not everybody lists and keeps track of their own videos. I'm from Scotland, Jordan. Where are you from? Um, this is going to be a short and sweet live stream. I will be. It's 3:10 my time. We ending this in about 20 minutes. So it's a 20-minute countdown. This will end in 20 minutes, unless the laptop crashes or something else happens. We've got another guy from the US of A. 7 a.m. where he is, Arizona. Phoenix. The old McGuire came from there, Phoenix, Arizona. Nice one. Lynn's from Canada, of course. How's the weather in Canada? Lynn, I keep trying to call you Kim for some reason. Kim's not even here. I watched almost a full season of Total Divas. Solus, I think you need out more. But to be fair, I've heard I've never ever seen Total Divas, but I've heard people saying it's quite good. I'm not in a rush to see it. I'd rather watch the best of Roman Reigns box set, I think, or maybe I'd rather watch Total Divas with them. You're in good company, Jordan. There's quite a lot of usually the crowd that comes in to my live streams are all from America. Solus from America. Where's it in the States you stay again, Solus? If you don't mind me asking. It's quite warm in Canada today where Lynn's from. Crazy Patriots fan. Canada's a place I'd like to visit. Great wrestling family from Canada, of course, the Hart family. Bret Hart. The state of New York. I see. Well, I know, Lynn, we're joking. Who started the whole Lynn's from Canada rumor anyway? That's a hot day. How did you find this live stream, Jordan? If you don't mind me asking. It's quite warm in Scotland, but nothing compared to what it'll be like in some places in the States. There's no plan with these live streams. My video series is very random, raw, real, and for entertainment purposes, turn the volume way up. I see. I've quite a number of people have said that. To type in exactly what you just written down there. I mean, I've done 27 of these, but I only recently started jumping on the live stream bandwagon. I'd done uh, lots of videos before then, non-live videos, but I'd never gone live before until recently, and it's quite fun. It's the type of videos I enjoy the most, live videos. I like participating and getting that instant reaction. Super green where you are? What do you mean by that? Sorry, Jordan. 86 where Lynn is. Lynn, have you got any plans for today, tonight, whatever time it is with you? Not really for I am. We've got a beautiful countryside in Scotland, but I live in like a city. Um, so there's not much nice scenery where I am, but there is places I could go, and we've got a beautiful countryside, castles and all stuff to see. But just the weather lets us down, Jordan. So this will be a short and sweet stream. Sometimes they can go on. Welcome back, Solus. They can go on for hours. I get too far too comfortable in here sometimes. So, so would you say Arizona would be worth a visit? I think Scotland is worth visiting at least once, if I'm being honest. I've been to the States myself 3 times. I'll be there again in August for a wedding. Solo spent 6 hours live the other day. Solus, I went 4 hours live, and that was about 2 hours too long. Six. I don't know where you got that energy from, Solus. I can talk for Scotland, Great Britain, but 6 hours is pushing it. Lynn's not up to much today. That sounds, good God Almighty, Jordan, that sounds quite the heat. I've never been to Arizona. I've been to Houston, Texas, and Florida. Going to Oklahoma later on. 13 hours live, Solus. That gives me a headache just thinking about it. What on, what on earth did you watch the whole stream, Solus? Ha! That's funny, Jordan. So are you thinking of moving from where you are, Jordan, or are you? I guess you're used to it now. There's videos online of an egg being cooked on the sidewalk. Lynn would love to visit Scotland. Any particular reason why, Lynn? Solus, where have you been in the world? Most of it, man. That's a long stream. You'd like to move to Washington? I think Washington's a place I'd like to visit. Just take it off my box. We were talking about Florida yesterday. I've been to Florida. I'd go and visit Florida again. I remember going to Disney World there, and seriously, Disney World in Florida was like honestly the size of my city. Huge. To me anyway. That's not used to big cities. She said she was going to stay up with me, but she fell asleep for 3 hours on the live stream. That's a bit dangerous, isn't it? Phoenix is huge, is it? A huge hot place by the sounds of things. They had WrestleMania 26 in Phoenix, Arizona. I was actually going to go to that WrestleMania, but I had the tickets for WrestleMania 26 as I was at WrestleMania 25, and WrestleMania 26 was in Phoenix, Arizona, but I couldn't manage in the end. the castles and other obvious reasons. Yeah, sometimes we Scots forget, we do have a beautiful countryside. There is all these castles, that I was in Italy last year, Jordan. I've been to Norway, Spain. Um, like I said, I've been to America, but I'm not too keen on flights, especially long flights. So I'm not really looking forward to going back to America this year. I've got a bit of a flight phobia. You remember WrestleMania 26? We haven't mentioned Alien Goats yet, Solus. You're not a troll, Solus. You're too nice to be a troll. Well, from what I've seen and what you're like, how you behave in other live streams, you don't come across as a troll. Maybe you are. Maybe you are. Yeah, well, I'm the same, Jordan. I'm happy for my family wedding that's going to happen. My cousin's getting married, but at the same time, I'm trying not to think about it because all I'll end up thinking about is the flights. Thank you, Solus. Have you got any more 6-hour live streams in the pipeline? Are you going to be live yourself later on? Support the goats. You make me nervous in the chat sometimes. Where's Steve? He was trying to get you to mention goats again. Oh, I've got a like on Badoo. Go me. I really need to delete Badoo. It's bad for me. Ha, thanks, Jordan. The last time I had a long haul flight was WrestleMania 25. I was going back from it. And oh god, I was like, no, never again. Not for WrestleMania, not for weddings, never doing this again. But lo and behold, here I am doing it again. Solus says, no, I don't do weekends usually, but you never know. What are you up to this weekend then if you're don't do lives? Lynn says, I told you I had ways to keep your mind off that flight. No, Lynn, this is a PG live stream. I'm trying to keep it. Let's not dive into the gutter just yet. I'm just watching my clock here. Right, 9 minutes, guys, ladies and gentlemen, and then I'll be off. Appreciate you coming in. I'll talk for another 9 minutes and we can have a chat. Everyone, welcome. Thanks for popping in by, Jordan. Solus, always good to see you, and of course, Lynn. Well, I'll keep that in mind, Jordan. It's not for a couple of months yet, but if I begin to think about it, I do end up thinking about it too much. I don't want to think about it my whole summer. Solus Trenchcoat says Scooby Doo should have been the one to break. No, no, no. Scooby Doo. No. Brock Lesnar should have been the one to break the streak, and I'm glad it was him. GTA San Andreas. I've got that game. It's somewhere here. Now that you mentioned it, move this clock. There you go. It's funny you mentioned that. I haven't played it in years, though, and I'm so behind in games. Have you ever played it before, Jordan? It was when it first came out in 2004. When I first got it, it was really ahead of its time. Everybody had it. Brock Lesnar's the best. I know, right, Lynn? Hi, Debbie Davis. This is just a short and sweet live stream. I'll be ending it soonish, but thanks for popping in by Grove Street and sitting. Indeed, but I am way behind computer video games now. Even though I've got all this junk behind me, but I got all these games and DVDs years ago. Hey, Leah, how are you? San Andreas is a classic. I can't argue that. Solus. I like Vice City. I like Grand Theft Auto 3. Those are two games I can go back and I love the soundtrack. Hey, there's something cool. I have been on nights out with the guy. I wouldn't say his name just in case. I've been on nights out with the guy that's the music producer or was the music producer for the Grand Theft Auto games. So I've got a wee claim to fame, if you will. I was totally marking out when I met him first time. He was a friend of a friend. Sorry if I've missed any messages. I'll scroll quickly back up. Debbie needs to find a good game to play. I'd like to recommend games, Debbie, but I'm so behind with new games. But since Jordan mentioned Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, I thought I've got it. It's up there. I haven't played it in years. I used to cheats for Grand Theft Auto 3. I think that's too hard a game in some level, so I can still remember all the cheats I used to do when I first got the game off by heart. And the cheats are, Pedestrian Riot was one of the cheats in Grand Theft Auto 3. That was insane. Let's hug each other, Leah says. Okay. Group hug, or just is it between you and someone else? That is cool, Paul. San Andreas was the first GTA game where you could ride a bicycle, so it was. I think Vice City was the first one where you could ride a motorcycle. The neighbors, they did, Dave. I had to end last stream abruptly. You know what YouTube's like with music, and I feel like maybe my video would pick up the music, so I had to end the stream abruptly. But this is going to be a short and sweet stream. Hello, Annette. Hey, Debbie, how are you doing? Are you feeling any better? So, well, Jordan, I hope you have fun with the game. It's a classic game. I haven't heard anybody say a bad word about San Andreas before. Deputy Diva Dave D is in the house, I call him. Hey, I never started saying your name, Dave. God, everybody seems to be messaging and coming in now just as a way to wrap things up. Typical. I've never played Red Dead Redemption, but like I say, I know of the guy that done the music for Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption, the music producer, and he gave me a top of Red Dead Redemption that you can see me wearing in some videos, some of my older videos. I've never actually played the game. As I said, Jordan, I am very behind games now. Well, it was a fun stream. You can go back and watch that stream, Dave, but I had to abruptly end it. Sorry if I'm missing some messages. Everybody seems to be messaging at the same time. God knows how large, big YouTubers do it. I struggle being a very small YouTuber. Gear of Wars was a good game series. I'm assuming it's a new series, or was it? Yes, Annette is here. Welcome back. I think Lynn's still here. Debbie Davis is here. Um, everybody, welcome. Say hello to each other. Well, hopefully you'll get better and better, Debbie. Wish this car would go away. His loud music. Go away, go away. The joys of living in a noisy neighborhood. I don't think the video will pick it up. I should really put my headphones. Yes, never good when you're sick. You got to cut monsters open with a chainsaw. What in Gears of War game, Solus? It feels like a girl sometimes. Just a noisy place. Although it is getting worse. I mean, sometimes when I'm on the live streams, I think I lose track of how many police sirens go by in the space of an hour. Yes, Gears of War sounds a fun game. Could you guys hear music earlier on? Let me know. I don't think you. Why are people so loud? The joys of going live. Good. I'm glad, Dave. I think I'll be fine because it was so in the background, but I was starting to get itchy. I was almost abruptly ending things again. It's like, lights, please go red. Let that car go wherever it wants to go. Yes, it's a very good, very cinematic game. I don't like when there's too much story in a game, though. Sometimes I just like playing the game and getting on with things. Personally, I don't have the patience for stories these days. I wish I lived in the country, Debbie. Peaceful. Good. People in Scotland just listen to mostly the same as what you guys in America listen to. There's really not much difference. Um, but I'm a bit of a knob when it comes to music, as I'm hopeless at naming songs I like or naming artists I like. So, but it's the same. You go out in the bars and clubs, and it's the same sort of music you would hear in Americans' bars and clubs. Although there's a place, if you like 80s music or 90s music as well, it's a place I go to where you feel like you've entered a time warp and all they play is 80s pop music and 90s pop music. Well, yeah, like I say, Jordan, more or less the same. And Solus, didn't you say you lived in a ghetto kind of area too? Thanks, Lynn. I just wondered, so tough, just picking the right time to go live when it's not so noisy in the neighborhood and, working with this dodgy laptop that loves to crash and all sorts, pest. But I was close to ending the stream there. I was getting itchy. I thought, I wish that car would go away. 2 nights in a row, we had someone. Well, I'm glad you lived to tell the tale. I mean, that's crazy, Solus. 6 likes, thank you. Me and my crooked thumb. I love the new Maroon 5 Cardi B. I don't know who Cardi B is. Should I know who Cardi B is? Right now I'm listening to, I know who Maroon 5 are. Lynn, your neighborhood doesn't seem bad, at least not what I saw. Right. I'll stay on another 2 minutes, and then I'm gonna have to end this live stream as I am probably never say never, but I am probably going to be offline most of the day and night. But I'd like to think I might be back at some point. But in Denmark, Dave, someone that's scary, Dave. That is scary. I do. Well, Solus, you are human. That's quite you know. I joke about living in a ghetto here, but we don't have anything like that here. Here's me thinking Denmark was this nice Legoland innocent place. I'm going to have to time these because it is quite noisy in my neighborhood. So this will probably be the last, for those reasons, because it can be so noisy, the last live streams during this time. I'll come on maybe late at night, my time. That's when it seems to be quiet. You can hear a pin drop. So I'm going to stick to those times going forward. Because it's so unpredictable, my neighborhood, and people are so loud in their cars and radio. I mean, do they really have to have the car radio or car CD or whatever they've got so blooming loud? Does my nothing. I don't want to hear your bad music. But that's scary, Solus. You know, and I apologize if I've missed any messages. I sometimes ramble too much on someone's message, and I miss some messages, so I apologize. That is like GTA, Solus. I have no idea what Cardi B is, Lynn. Not a clue. But as I say, I'm not good at naming artists. I'm not good at naming songs, so forgive me. Yeah, it's nice to see some of my moderators in here. And Dave, did you see when you first came in? I didn't stutter saying your name. I've nailed it. Diva Dave D. Done. History was made. I have no idea who Cardi B is, personally. See, I thought it was a he, Cardi B, when Lynn said, but apparently it's a she. That's how much I knew. Diva Dave D. Diva Dave D. Deputy Diva Dave D. Oh, I'm nailing it. I'm absolutely nailing it. Oh, we have fun in here. I have no idea who she is. I thought she was a he. Maybe Solus is thinking of someone else like I was. I know who Maroon 5 are. They're pretty good. She makes noises, but the noise is good. Right, 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes added on to the 2 minutes, I said. And I'm out of here. Gucci Gang. I've heard of Gucci Gang. That's a bit harsh, Solus. Yeah, we all like different music. I grew up listening to REM. No wonder I was so depressed in my teens. But they're a bloody good band. Guns N' Roses was another favourite growing up. I actually like Madonna. Her music, anyway. I don't like her political stances, Madonna. But I would be lying if I didn't say, I do like her music. Well, her old music, anyway. but I see too much of her kind of. Oh, poor Dave, Deputy Dave. Thank you for joining me again. I've been affected by Gucci Gang. Um, I remember because before I went live myself, Solus, I used to stumble, or not stumble, I used to go into the sort of random YouTube live playlists, and I stumbled across some guy saying that word. He was doing something for charity or something. He said it like, I think it was a million times. I never watched it all, like, but I just stumbled across him, and it's like, what is Gucci Gang? What is he doing? Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang. No idea what they are. Stevie Nicks is great. I don't know who he is either. See, I'm rubbish with music and artists. Hey, Technical, welcome back. Paul, I don't like when females start showing. It seems like fair enough. I love me. I know who. Oh, I think I know who Lil Wayne is. Fleetwood. Heard the name. I might like the music, might not. But like I say, if you think I'm behind the games, like I am really even worse in music and music artists. I've only been to one concert. I'm embarrassed to admit where it was, even if I still fancy her. I think she's beautiful. Party in the USA. Two false finishes at Miley Cyrus 2014 concert. We thought she wasn't going to do her Wrecking Ball song, and then she came back on and done it, the Wrecking Ball song. Then there was another false finish, and she came back and done her Party in the USA classic song. Well, if you can call it a classic. I didn't know who Miley Cyrus was until 2013. I caught her in an interview once. Thought, that's a really beautiful lady. Debbie Davis doesn't listen to rap. The only rap artist I did enjoy was Eminem. I thought he was very talented. Still do. But like with Madonna, I don't agree with him on politics. Sounds slightly goat-ish, but that makes me like her music more. Solus and his goat obsession. I prefer Selena Gomez. You know what? If there's a group of pictures of people and someone says, point out Selena Gomez, I couldn't do it. I've heard the name, but I don't know what, like, I really don't keep up with celebrities. I am so behind in so much pop culture, whether that's music, games, movies these days. I'm so behind. Halloween is going to be one of the few films I see this year. I'm just so behind. Debbie Davis likes Eminem. Eminem seemed to stand out from the pack for me anyway. Like I listened to other rappers, I didn't think they were all that, but Eminem seemed to be head and shoulders above the rest. Yeah, they are just. That's what people forget. Celebrities are just human. They're not gods. They're not queens. Though some would like to be queens. They're just humans. That's I love Stone Cold Steve Austin. I'd maybe go across the street to see him, but he's just human, like us all. Bonnie and Clyde by Eminem is so. Um, I like the Eminem video where he rips it out of Michael Jackson. That was quite funny. Um, what's that song called again? Name escapes me. But Without Me was another one I liked. I liked a lot of his early stuff, late 90s, early 2000s. I'm looking, or my albums are all underneath my bed now. Right, guys, there's no music coming on, but I've just realized the time and I've got to go. So, sorry if I've missed any messages. Thanks to everybody that came back in. It was good to see Lynn and Annette come back in. Good to see Debbie. It was good to see some of the new people. Jordan, all welcome. Kid Rock's pretty good too. So I'm going to end it here, everyone. I may or may not be on live again later on, but if I don't see you all again today, have a good day. Hope you feel better soon, Debbie, and look after yourselves. Right. Take care, all. God bless.